Should we move on to our next roll?
Yes. It looks so good. It looks like a California roll with some type of, does anyone know what type of fish that is? It's a whitefish.
It is a white.
With a little bit of a sear.
Yeah. I do love the sear when they take out the blowtorch.
Yes.
And like do the...
I know.
It's not a hazmachi, right? Could it be white tuna?
It might be machi.
Really?
I don't know.
And then with green onion, bro, and a little bit of, I don't know, sauce. I'm excited to see what that sauce is. I love when they add a little bit of savory sauce.
Adeline, you want to do the honors?
Sure, please.
All right, well, again, I'm not serving myself first, so we're going to start with you, Clint.
That's what I meant by doing the honors.
Because you want to be served first.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Before we get to the questions, let's do the true mukbang style where you just eat it and like you can close your eyes, you can really taste it and
Do it at the same time? Yeah, ready?
okay. First bite, Dusty. I like this one more than the last one. I like the searedness of it. That really stands out to me.
I think there's more flavors. That one felt a little one-dimensional in the flavor because it seemed like the same fish on the inside and outside and not much else.
Yeah.
This one has so many different things.
Yeah.
Actually, there's tuna too in the middle.
Oh, yeah. We missed one.
Yeah, it's like peeking at you like, ooh, they mean like that?
Yeah. You just get a whisper.
I do love like the burnt kind of aftertaste.
Yes.
For sure. We all like. And just a little bit of spicy sauce on it. Some texture from the fish roe again. Really good. I mean, I will say I did love the first one because I'm a jalapeno lover. Yeah. But this one is definitely
If this one
more
had jalapeno, would this take the cake?
Of course. Over the edge.
The question that I had for both of you is, why did you become a realtor?
Cliff, why don't you take that one first?
Oh. So my
As the most tenured realtor at this table.
quietly drop this down. So two things come to mind. One, I had a really bad purchasing experience. This was back in 2016, and it was a friend of a friend's mom, who was a real estate agent. And I remember going to open houses with her, and we submitted a few offers, and the whole time I just knew this can't be what a normal real estate agent experience is like. Despite all of that, we still got in contract, bought a home, and she got the commission, of course, the check, and I was just like, this felt really, really off because the customer's experience was so bad. She did some really like tacky things. I remember like we were expecting multiple offers, and she would stay there with the listing agent and talk with us there and like do this like weird winky thing to the listing agent, like, we're really submitting an offer, like, I want to accept our offer. And it was just like very tacky, very not professional things. And so that's one thing that inspired me, because I was like, I know that I can do this better than that friend's mom. And then the other thing that just drew me in was just the real estate investing angle of it. You know, I think, we've all talked about this, but I think real estate affords people a way to build longer term wealth. I joke, but not joke. It's in the Chinese Asian blood into real estate, and talk about it a lot at the dinner table growing up. So it felt like a natural kind of transition. What about you, Phoebe? As you?
Yeah, you know what? It's actually similar in some ways to your story, but it was actually, I think, marked by a good experience in real estate. So when Mark and I bought our first home in 2021, I think I've always had a natural affinity towards real estate, driving my parents to open houses with me just because I loved looking at homes, and you saw how excited I got running in here and just seeing the staging, seeing the layout of the home and the design. That's always been something that really intrigued me. But then when we were in the journey of purchasing our own home, I think I just had such a wonderful experience leaning into, just seeing homes every weekend and touring what was on the market, and also the analytical side of it, because I come from a finance background. And so being able to then go home and look at comps and look at what's selling and see the trends, I think that was also very intriguing. So kind of like putting that all together really just inspired me to take a leap. And I feel like, especially if you're starting a business, real estate has a relatively low barrier to entry in terms of taking the exam and getting licensed and kind of the financial investment relative to, you know, starting a different type of business. So I felt like, you know, why not just take the leap and give it a shot, and I've loved every minute.
I will say, having worked with you, I do really, really appreciate you just have a genuine interest in homes, as you mentioned. Like, really, when you came into this house, you went to the floor, you're just so excited. And then even before we started filming, I remember you and Adeline were talking about comps, right?
Yes.
I overheard a little bit. So there's just this genuine interest and kind of passion for real estate.
Yeah. I should also mention that Phoebe was the reason, or one of the reasons that I joined Wilmar in the first place. And of course, like,
She's the connection.
exactly, and she had so much enthusiasm and so much passion for it. I was like, you know, of course, like, why wouldn't I want to join a team with Phoebe on it, especially? So, like, stop.
I'm watching.
As for me and why I joined real estate, I think a combination of all the things that you guys said. You know, for me and Erin, you know, we are starting to look into buying our own home as well. And for me, I've always been someone who likes to learn by doing. And so, like, knowing, you know, how things work in the back and how to best advocate for ourselves and others, I felt like that was the reason that drew me in the first place. And then I will say what I love about the job is the fulfillment and kind of gratification you get from working with individuals. And, you know, I was in tech before, and you know, it's just not the same when you get to meet people face to face and really serve, you know, their needs, and even more than serve their needs, right? It's almost like there's a book called The Art of, like, Unreasonable Hospitality, and it's all about just, you know, giving people more than what they expect, which I think is like such a principle that you get to execute on in this job.
And such a pillar, I feel like, of how our team operates.
Yeah, for sure.
We should all read that, but that should be like our
Yes,
next
yeah,
book.
what is the book again?
It's called Unreasonable Hospitality, The Art of Giving People More Than What They Expect. Something like that, yeah.
It's a great title.
We should do a book club.
Yeah.